Hello and welcome to another tutorial from Bello's Designs. My name is Linda and today I'm making the Winter Wonder Slimline card. Let's go over some supplies. We've got chipped Sapphire and Stormy Sky Distressed Oxide inks by Tim Holtz, and Speckled Egg and Lost Shadow, as well as a bottle of water for spraying, and the mat. If you want it to grip better, you can spray the glass underneath first. And then this is 8.5 by 11 Neenah cardstock and will be used for making the backdrop, which will be cut into 3 places. This is the Lavinia stamp LAV 409, and we'll be using this tree, Lavinia 477, these branches, Lavinia 578, and this branch as well, Lavinia 580. Now for the backdrop. Here I'm using an applicator with a sponge tip. I start with the darkest color in the corners, and then I work my way in to lighter colors wherever light would be shining. And I like to intersperse the dark and the light colors to give interest and layers. We're back. We're going to use the masks. We have several different kinds here. You see that? And then this is the one we're going to use first. And it's used to create these hills. Okay. Now, we're not going to stamp yet because these stamps with the black ink will go over those lines without any problem. So first you want to put down right here, put it down. And we used this before? No. There are brushes like this. Oh, nice. No. Well, what about this? Oh, that's nice. What is that? Ah, that is a cosmetic brush. You can get them real cheap. Get a whole set of them real cheap, like $3. And these are nice because see, they're really small, soft bristle. Okay, and then that way you can create a shadow without going up. See, here we go. Going real light. Do little circles, and you can flick like this. You're going to follow it. You can even fade it out. You're going to follow this stencil start on the stencil. You can go around little circles if you want to. That's nice. Get the first layer down and then flick out. Grab your water bottle. It's time to splatter. We're going to spray the entire backdrop with water. Then you're going to count to 10 after you splatter it. Take a paper towel, cover up your backdrop, and pat dry it and lift, and you will have snow. This is a wonderful pen. Shake it up. It's got acrylic in it, acrylic paint. Press the nib down to get the paint out, and then you start hitting the pen to splatter the ink. This is the edging of the slimline card. It's called the decal edge, and this is a decal edge trimmer. You want to cut your front of the card at 3 1/4 by 8 1/4, and you'll do that 3 times. Then you're going to want to edge your decal edging with the sponge applicator in your darkest color to give it a really pretty nice frame. Here I'm showing one of them being done now. You can lay it down to do this, or you can hold it up. I like to hold it up to create texture. And it's done. Now it's time for all the details, and we're starting with a sticky mat. This can go into your stamping platform. You just remove the acetate from it. It has a nice sticky film on it, so you don't have to use magnets or tape to hold down your project anymore. This is a game changer, absolute game changer. I love it. So here I'm just lining up my card front onto the sticky mat that's in my Misty stamper. I'm going to grab one of the stamps along with my VersaFine deep dark black ink. I'm going to get the tree, take that out, and remember, don't pull on your stamp. You want to pull on the acetate because you don't want to stretch out your stamp or damage it. So gently roll the acetate off of your stamp, just like that. Now the acetate, you can take that, and after fixing it, if it's rolled a little bit, you can take it and use it to figure out where you want to put your tree. I really love the acetates because it's very handy. Figure out where you want the tree to go. I have it on the left here, but then there's the center up like that, which I think looks really nice. It does. And then there's the right side. I chose not to do the center because that's where more branches are going to go. But really it doesn't matter. It's up to you. This is your project to be creative with. All right, let's start stamping. finish the card. Here is by Altenew White Ink Spray. You're going to shake it up really good, get yourself a box, and spray the front of your card. Clean off the top and then get a craft dryer and dry that front. Now we're going to make the base of your slimline card. This is landscape right now, so the paper is 8.5 by 11. And you're going to want to take your cardstock in landscape to the 7 and then cut. This is portrait, this is landscape, just so you're clear. I'm turning it around because of that dirty spot. I want to cut that off. So I'm going to the 7. This is my We Are Memory Keepers cutting board. And now that it's at the 7, I need to put in the fold line. Use the bone folder. That's what I'm holding there, is the bone folder. I'm going right down the middle at 3.5. Your slimline card is 3.5 by 8.5, the card base. You bring the corners together, press them tight, and then gently press on the crease. And once you've done that, then you take your bone folder and you press it against your fold to make it a very tight fold. That's really important. And press hard. That side has a little mark. I don't want that, so I'm going to put it on the back. This will be my front. Now that we have the base made, we can take our already created card front and we can attach it to the base. Use some double-sided sticky tape, and I always make a frame going around, and then I usually fill up the center with diagonals. That way it prevents them from buckling. And you can put something in the middle or not, like this one has a sentiment. And so these are 2 cards you can see side by side. Bunny looking up in wonder at the beautiful Christmas star. Thank you so much. Love and hugs to you.